When you are on this page, you'll click on the white button at the top to access the 4th grade Unit 1 pacing calendar. Once you click on it, it will open a Google Doc. I'm going to spend the next 5 minutes helping you to make sense of how you can best use this document. At the very top, you'll see the Common Core standards that are taught in 4th grade Unit 1. If you click on these blue links, they'll take you to the Achieve the Core Coherence map. You have information that tells you whether the standards are major or supporting, or in other units, additional. And over here in bold, you have the aspect of rigor. Scroll down further and you'll come to the pacing calendar. So this entire thing is a unit. This is Unit 1, and it's broken down into smaller topics. We have topic A, days 1 through 7, and topic B, days 8 through 21, and it gives you a brief description. Then we come down to the calendar. You start school on the 31st, so there is no set content for the first 3 days. Then you have a pre-assessment. Every unit starts with a pre-assessment that only is supposed to take less than 20 minutes. So you have the rest of the period to continue setting up norms and culture for your class. By Wednesday, September 8th, we want to dive into our learning targets. So you'll notice we have blue topic A, days 1 through 7, which end with a performance task. Every topic ends with a performance task. And then you dive into topic B, the green topic, days 8 through 21. Again, topic B ends with a performance task, then a post-assessment on the whole unit, and then a couple of flex days that you can use now to revisit and reteach, or earlier in the unit as needed. Each day of the calendar, we provide learning targets that will help direct your instruction. And if you click on the day and then click on the word bookmark, it will automatically take you to that day, which is further down in this 24-page document. Or you can scroll. If you scroll, the first thing you'll come to is additional resources aligned to each of the standards. You can use those anytime you want. But if we keep scrolling, we'll come to day 1. Day 1 is not a typical day because it's a pre-assessment day, so there's some blanks in this template, but this overall template looks the same every day. The main thing that's helpful on day 1 is that we have an opening routine. We provide you with an opening routine for every single lesson. We give you a screenshot so you can get a quick glimpse of what it is and a teaching note, but then if you click on the link, it will take you to an actual Google Slides version of the routine, right there for you to use, along with all the other routines in Unit 1. Go back to the pacing calendar and scroll down to day 2. This is a much more typical day. We have our standard, again, linked to the coherence map. We have our learning target or targets for the day. You have links to instructional support strategies for different students. These links are the same every single day. The document is the same for all of Unit 1. Then we come up to good questions that you can ask anytime during the lesson. Alignment to your core and additional resources. All of you either have access to Envision or Expressions, so we tell you where you can find information for this lesson, practice problems in those programs. But sometimes you might not like that lesson, or that lesson might not be enough. Like look at Expressions. It only has one activity that you can use. That's not enough for a whole lesson. You might need to go to Engage New York. We provided a resource, or Illustrative Math. We provide a resource. Those are both freely available online. Just like before, we have an opening routine for today, linked to the bank with a teaching note. And then we come to our formative task, the next part of our math instructional guide. You start your lesson with an opening routine, then you move to your formative task. If you have Envision and there is a solve and share that is aligned to that lesson, we will provide that as an option because solve and shares are typically good formative tasks. But maybe you don't like that solve and share, or maybe you don't have Envision. We always provide another option. The text of the problem is here, and if you click here, it will take you to a printable version. You end every lesson with a reflective closure. There's a question you can talk about as a whole class, and then a question you can give kind of like an exit ticket, again, linked with a printable version. Every single day follows the same structure.